This is the newspaper reports. If women's lib means equal pay for equal work, I'm all for it, but if it means 22 crackpot females kicking a ball around a football pitch, bouncing boobs all over the place, they can keep it. I just wonder what these women who took part in the first ever Scotland-England Women's Football International were trying to prove. How? I'm allowed to swear.
Tomorrow there's an international football match at Greenock, which in its way is unique.
My husband says to me, why can you not be a normal woman? I says, what's a normal woman? Well, go to the bingo, make a pot of soup. I says, that's no me, I can't do that. This is me, I've got to be me.
I'm sure most people, when they think of girls playing football, think of much the same as men knitting. Do you ever feel it like that at all?
I didn't play football because I wanted to be a boy. I played football because I loved the game.
Do you know, it feels better now than it did at the time.
What does your husband think about you playing football? What does he do when you're playing football? Does it bother you when they laugh?
You can only tell them to F off so often, but you have to stand up to it. My name's Elsie Cook, and I got involved in football way back in the 60s. When I was 14, I was putting posters up in all the windows in the town, and I could see women standing outside the shops with their shopping bags and going, what do you think of this, Bella? A woman's fit for a match. And somebody shouted, Elsie, you need to get this lassie, Susan Ferris from Kilmarnock. Brilliant, brilliant player. She was incredible. And then I thought, if one lassie like Susan Ferris was as good as she was, there had to be in Scotland other lassies as good as Susan. Then along came Sandra Walker, Linda Kidd, Rose Riley, Jean Hunter.
My name's Jean Hunter. Just played with the boys, and then eventually I got a letter from Elsie Cook. She says, you any good? I says, of course I'm good.
And then along came Margaret Macaulay.
My name's Margaret Macaulay. Elsie was playing with Sturton. I played with Westhorn United, and we met up then, and she would say, can you come down and play?
And that was me. I became a women's football missionary.
She was just an inspiration to all the girls because she was so enthusiastic, organised and everything. You need someone that can do all that.
My husband didn't want lasses playing football, especially know his wife. Every night when he went out in night shift, I would be typing away, setting up the team lines, the matches, and after 3 years he'd definitely had enough. So I promised him I would resign. So away we went up to the meeting in Edinburgh, and thanks very much for your contribution to the football. And I sat back down, and then the next point in the agenda was to choose the Scotland manager. And the girls up the back of the hall shouted, we want Elsie to be the manager. So I had to get back home and tell him that I had resigned, but I was now the Scotland manager.
What happens in Scottish football is presided over finally by the Scottish Football Association.
Because of the football ban, we had absolutely nothing. The SFA wouldn't allow us to use pitches, so we had no changing facilities, referees were banned. So we were getting a guy that was walking by the park, he'd come and referee the game for us, joke. I no bother. And that's how we survived.
1972, it was quite a big year for us.
I received a phone call from the English secretary asking me if I would help to organise a Scotland-England match.
We went to all these training things and did our thing. This is where you have to be at this time, and this is where you have to be at that time, and then waited to see whether you get into the team or not.
I had to go and find strips. I sewed the badges on the front of the strips, and my mum to get the ladies in the workplace to stitch the numbers on.
I was saying to my mum and dad, I says, I've been picked to play with Scotland. It was great.
It was the first official international ever.
Tomorrow, the Scottish ladies not only intend to beat the English, but to prove that if the kilt is common apparel to men and women, so also are football boots.
The English players arrived in a posh bus with blazers and skirts and bags. We just arrived in our jeans and whatever else.
You're sitting and your hands are shaking, trying to put your socks on and you tie your laces.
16 girls from all over Scotland. Every single one of them was a star.
I always remember Margaret, she had long hair and she used to wear a band round her head.
I was just sitting quiet and just concentrating. This is the day. And the next thing they announced that the captain was Margaret McCauley. I was numb.
It was freezing cold and ice was in the park.
The whistle went and the game started. It was amazing. It was so exciting. This was a huge, huge thing.
Outside left, Mary Carr put the home team into the lead.
1-0 up. Brilliant.
17-year-old Rose Riley, Scotland's star winger, put her side 2 up with a shot direct from a corner kick.
2-0 up. Even better.
Absolutely incredible. And then a goal for England. And just as I was saying that, second goal for England. And then the last 10 minutes, the third goal for England, the winning goal.
It's just a horrible feeling. You always want to win, it doesn't matter what you're doing.
Because it's Scotland, you're raging. But the fact that the game happened and just how incredible it was to feel we were actually being accepted. 1974, we were accepted by the SFA. There was nothing they were going to do to help us, but they were actually accepting that we could play. And the next day, there was a phone call to my mum's house, and she's going, Elsie, there's Jock Stein on the phone for you. And I'm going, and I lift up the phone, hello? And I'm saying, hello? It's Jock Stein here. Would you like to bring a Scotland team to play at Parkhead? You could have knocked me down with a feather. I couldn't believe it. That meant more because Jock Stein was a football man through and through.
See, there's another one, look.
Picked that photo because you're in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I hadn't been
And the
for
full
them.
team there, the guy, the pipe band and everything.
Look at the snow.
I
I know,
can't.
it was
The snow.
It wasn't so much the
like
snow, Margaret, it was the hard surface.
icy.
My proudest moment was ironing your strips the night before the game.
I've got a grandson who's 12 and I got a phone call. Gran, we have to do this project at school. You have to pick a hero and do a speech. Can you be my hero? Didn't even think he thought of me like that. And I was so proud that night.
If it hadn't been for us fighting for it, it wouldn't be what it is today.
I didn't realise it was as meaningful as what it has been. But I'm just so proud that the lasses have been acknowledged and celebrated. But there's some of these girls aren't here today, and it shouldn't have taken 50 years to celebrate these players.
That Scotland team from 1972 should be marked as trailblazers.
They were pioneers.
I would just like to be remembered as the wee girl from Cross House who went on to play for Scotland.
I would like to be remembered as a Scotland captain.
I'd like to be remembered as a grafter. I never stopped. I honestly never stopped.
Why did you do it?
What do you mean, why did I do it? I didn't have an option. You don't have an option when you're passionate about something.